Hey mates, it's Canamates, and hello to anyone that is new to my channel. In the past, I'd post here and there little animatics or animations that I'd make of fandom characters or my own OCs. So this type of video is a new change of pace for me. I love watching these kinds of videos on YouTube, and I've always wanted to give this kind of content a try. I love watching speed paints, I love hearing story times, especially listening to them while I draw. So this kind of video is up in my alley. Side note, I really hope y'all like these bubble sprites that I keep using. I'm still drawing my actual talking sprites as well as the room that I'm going to be in. Here's a sneak peek of both, by the way. It's just been hard lately to focus on one specific project. I have ADHD, so my thoughts are literally a mile per minute, but I did tease them on Instagram. My username is Canamates in case you want to follow. Anywho, I hope y'all excuse the quality of the mic. I'm using my iPhone to record this. But enough of introductions, let's get on with the video. Woo! In this speed paint, I'm using Abyss Paint X to draw my Pokemon X and Y OC Misa with her partner Prince the Meowstick. Misa for me is one of those comfort OCs because I gave her a tummy, she has a really cute and bubbly personality that I wish I had. Overall, she's just one of my favorite OCs that I've made. I've definitely drawn her a lot over the past couple of years, including a lot more recently. I even animated her in the little polka dance trend that was on TikTok. I love this OC. I love her. I love Prince. I love their dynamic. Let me talk about them a little bit. Without spoiling too much of the story, because I plan on making this either a written fic or a comic. Misa, like I said, is bubbly. She's energetic. She's a little spacey. She also isn't replacing the main characters of the game at all. In fact, Caleb and Serena are still in my OC's canon universe. Misa is just the new kid on the block who just so happens to get chosen alongside them to go on a journey by Professor Sycamore. And since there's not 3 but 4 new trainers now, Misa decides to catch her own Pokemon partner so that way Caleb, Serena, and Shauna can actually have a starter Pokemon. And that's where Prince comes in. An Esper at the time, he's wandering along Route 1, doesn't realize how he ended up there, but Misa decides to catch him, and it isn't until after she does so that she realizes this Esper can use telepathy. That's how he'll talk to her throughout the comic or fic or whatever I decide for it to be. Prince is kind of rude and snobbish, but their dynamic, they get along very well together. I'm still developing their story, but so far I have Misa's whole team drawn out. Here's a photo. Anyway, back to the speed paint. I struggled a lot with the line art in the beginning of the video, but I got that done. I'm very happy now at this point that I'm on the coloring stage. That will always be my favorite part of any drawing. It's just so satisfying to fill the blank canvas with color and seeing all the colors fit in the little blocks, and it just fits so nicely together. Especially the little blush that I put on her cheeks and fingers. It just looks so nice. Her hair and bow and accessories were the easy part of the coloring process. I don't have any problems with the colors that I chose for those. It's until I get to her clothes that I decide I want to change the color of how I do them. And here, my friends, is where the challenge begins. I realize that every time I draw Misa, she looks a little bit too much like a Gajinka of Esper, with her gray jacket cardigan thing and her blackish pants, the purple accents, the little white bow. She looked too much like an Esper to me, which is all cool and all. Maybe Misa designs herself to look like her Pokemon, but in this case, I wanted to separate her design from Prince's. Forever ago, I inverted the colors of her outfit for funsies, as you can see in the background, and I kinda liked it, so I saved it to use for later. But when I put it into the picture itself, it made her look too dark. Not that there's anything wrong with dark, but Misa isn't a broody or sad character by any means, and it's reflected in her wardrobe. I always picture her in brighter colors, but as you can see in the speed paint, I refused to give up, so I tried different color combinations. I tried a pink, I tried a purplish gray, but it looked too purple, and I started freaking and psyching myself out, so I knew I needed a break. I stopped, I took a deep breath, and I turned to my fiancé, who at the time was playing Alien Isolation on his Xbox. I shoved my iPad in his face and begged him for help. He thought and he came up with this grayish purple that I ended up going with. I'm not sure if it looks all too different from the grayish purple that I ended with, but it made my brain happy, so we're going with it. I just need to give my OCD a break and relax and realize not everything is going to be perfect. Since we're finishing up with Misa now, I just want to add that I'm not too proud of how I drew her shoes, but that's also mainly because I hate drawing them. Seriously, why are shoes so hard to draw? Like, I hate it! That is why my persona wears these like ballet flat things. Moving on to Prince was such a relief because Pokemon already has their set designs and colors, so I could take a break here. I didn't have to do any hard thinking about where to put his colors. Thank you, Game Freak Artist! In anime or manga, I always favor either the silly, stupid characters or the grumpy, broody ones, so both Misa and Prince kind of fit those criteria. I wanted him to look smug and like he doesn't really want to be there. Also, kind of like Misa forced him to pose with her, which she absolutely probably did. Rendering his eyes was literally my favorite part. I was so sad when it was over. Moving on to shading, the screen recording for that speed paint decided to spontaneously combust, so Ibis will have to save the day. I don't have much to say about my shading style. It's kind of simple, not very detailed. Kind of reddish brown, sometimes blue if I'm in the mood. Just some highlights and boom! The initial illustration part is done. Now we move on to the actual reason for this video. I wanted to make Misa into a Pokemon card. Just a little self-indulgent fun. She would be a trainer support card. That's entirely just for me. Anyway, here it is. Do you like it? I love it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you like this type of content, hit that follow button for more videos like these. Honestly, it was a lot of fun making this, though very time consuming. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for bed. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!